Alright, Joe. This is Doug Lotus here. I know I kind of told you we'd be having like a Halloween Thanksgiving special and a Christmas special, but I kind of fell short. I was slacking in it, whatnot. Anyway, I'm back, yo, and it's currently like December 30th or whatever. It's 5:53 p.m. and let me fill you in on some shit that's happened to me since I did the first episode. Anyway, the first episode, part 3, I kind of screwed that one up. I basically repeated the first part, and I really didn't mean to do that, but it just happened that way. I'm sorry, it happens. Anyway, I remember I was talking about like those Final Fantasy games and that Secret of Mana. Well, truth be told, I got a PlayStation 1 just recently. I know it's kind of cheap, it's old, it's got shitty graphics, but anyway, I just bought that system, got both Final Fantasy 8 and 9. And I also got Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid's almost beat. Final Fantasy 8's almost beat. Final Fantasy 9's pretty much beat. I just got like a couple more bosses left on that game. Anyway, I also got Secret of Mana for the Super Nintendo. And I remember I said it came out in like the 80s or 90s, but it came out in 1994. Anyway, something awesome that happened towards the beginning of October. As I said, I was actually, I don't think I said it, but I'm on SSI, which, for those of you that don't know, it's like supplemental security or whatever for people that got like disabilities or some shit like that. Anyway, in October, I got like $2,000, and I was able to get like an Xbox 360 for that, and I got mad amount of games for that. If y'all want, my gamer tag is Doug Lotus. You see me on Halo, hit me up, and I'll be sure to kick your asses. Anyway, another thing I don't really think I told you about was it's either in September or October or August, I don't remember what, but there was a falling out in my family. My grandparents were treating my mom like shit, and I didn't really appreciate that, so I'm like, you know what, my grandma, who was helping me with my accounts at the time because I can't manage my money on my own for shit, I told her that I can't really do business with someone that treats my mom that way, and she threatened to send my check back to the government if it came to her house. Well, I went down to the post office there in her town, and I tried to place a hold on just my mail. Well, it turns out it held the mail for everyone at their household too, and they're all talking about pressing felony charges on me and whatnot, but fuck them. Anyway, something awesome that happened was I got put on the lease here at this apartment that you see me in, which increased what my benefits were from $449, like 24 or whatever, to like $674, which is pretty awesome. Anyway, let me touch on some current situations. Doug Lotus has been kind of slacking as far as writing his books go. I've been trying to work on it, but I'm not sure whether it's writer's block or I just don't feel like it. But anyway, I've come up with some really bomb ideas, and I'm going to tell you them now just to it's more of a useful archiving process. I'm sorry to use you guys like that, but it's for future reference. Anyway, first idea talks about these immortals. Basically, you got this one mortal. He was the very firstborn of his kind. He starts questioning his existence or whatnot, and the person that created him, he eventually goes and talks to that guy, and the guy kind of gets pissed, takes away his memory, sends him to go live among the mortals that he sympathizes with. And over the course of the book, he starts to realize that this guy that created him is really bad for the universe, and throughout the course of the story, he kicks the asses of his brothers and sisters, and eventually he takes out this guy that fucking created him. Anyway, another really awesome idea is the one I'm probably going to work on next, and it's talking about 12 years in the past, or no, I can't say it that way, a few years back in the timeline of the story. You know how our world has myths and legends about vampires, werewolves, and whatnots. But anyway, they're all talking about like the exposure, like the world's finally come to realize that they actually exist or whatnot, and basically the story is going along like a school where like the races of all these intelligent monsters and humans like come together. Well, eventually all the humans like get attacked and they have their parents kind of withdraw them from school. Well, the main character, his name is Alex West. He's going to be staying in the school for until he graduates. But anyway, moving right along. I'm 20 years old now. My birthday was October 17th. Halloween was the shit. Thanksgiving was the shit. Christmas was awesome too. And yeah, it's all that shit. Anyway, moving along again. I happened to have a ticket to go see one of my favorite bands entitled Twisted on stage on New Year's Evil. Hell yeah. I'm not sure who gave me it. I got a letter in the mail that says to Mr. Douglas Coward. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, I may call myself Doug Lewis, but my name is really Doug Coward. I know I kind of got a lot of shit as a kid from having the last name Coward. People will always be like, well, you're a scaredy cat and whatnot. Well, you know what? Fuck you guys. I dig my last name. I ain't gonna lie. Anyway, I got a letter in the mail with a concert ticket in it. Don't know who it's from, but whoever got me the ticket, I want to say thanks. I have no idea who got it for me, but I don't know. Anyway, some shit's happened. I remember in the first episode I mentioned a homie of mine named Dale, and I kind of feel bad because he recently was in a car accident, and I've been meaning to visit him, but it just hasn't been working out. I'm slowly but surely getting over being sick, but until I'm like 100%, I don't want to take the chance of going up to the hospital and getting him sick, you know? It would just be bad. Anyway, if Dale, if you're watching this, man, I want you to know I haven't forgotten you. It's just that, like, I've been trying, but everything's been falling through, and I'm very 100% sorry, man. And Tara, I know you probably might be getting irritated with me too. I just want to say sorry as well. I can't tell you how sorry I am. Well, I don't want to bring this show down to a sorrowful note. Whatever the fuck the word is. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry. Moving right along. Well, actually, I ran out of shit to talk about. This is a very short part, and I've actually come up with a really brilliant idea. I didn't really notice it until I actually rewatched the first couple parts of my web show. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm making different parts of different episodes, but like to give me more shit to talk about, I give myself a couple hours to think. So there's going to be like time frames in between like the parts. So anyway, this is the end of part 1. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you for part 2.